So a lot of you are finding the space from time to time that is where there's nothing happening. Then comes the problem solver. It steps in and introduces problems in your life that you think you need to discuss in your own mind. And the problem solver creates one problem after the next problem after the next problem, and awareness pulls away from the spaciousness, away from the emptiness, and onto the mind, because the mind is running its problem solver program. And all human beings have the problem solver program in them because all human beings went to school and learned how to become problem solvers. It is one of the greatest things for the advanced seeker against enlightenment, because the problem solver is a default pattern that takes you back to the mind and away from beingness. You have to put the spaciousness before problem solving. It's like whatever you put first always wins. And so if you're in an ordinary relationship and you're not into truth, what needs to be put first is your partner, then your children, and then what you do for a living. That's the correct procedure, according to psychologists, to make a relationship work. Your partner, your children, and then what you do for a job. In higher consciousness, it can't be that way. It has to be truth first, your partner, your children, and your job after. But truth has to come first. Now, if you're problem solving all the time, you're putting the mind first. And of course, whatever you put first always wins. And you've been programmed to put the mind first at school. So, I've been teaching a little bit lately on the I don't know way of being in the world. The I don't know way of being in the world is not a problem solver. And it actually is in supportive of higher consciousness and awakening, because it doesn't attract awareness back to itself. Whereas problem solving does, because problem solving demands resistance. And anything that demands resistance brings awareness back to it. So even though the problem solver has probably been very good for you in this life, it is now in your way if you're into enlightenment, if you're into higher consciousness. And there is nothing wrong with using the problem solver, but not when you're trying to find beingness. And it is a habit. You find beingness, you find the spaciousness, you find the emptiness, and watch how fast the mind starts producing problems for you to solve or look at. It's a habit, and it's a habit that's in the way. And so it has to be let go of. And when you let go of the problem solver, what's left for you is I don't know. And I pretty much live in I don't know, and have done most of my adult life, because it's also a creative space. When you live in I don't know, anything's possible. It's an adventure. When you live in the problem solver, what's possible is headaches.